I wanted to pick your brain about cloning because it comes up. It seems like at every conference, someone says like, "Oh yeah, another few years we'll have it." Patients come into the office, they're asking me like, "When are we going to have this technology?" I feel like we're really far off from it, but I'm really curious to see sort of what your take is on it.
Yes. So that is the holy grail for hair restoration is to be able to essentially implant hair that will then grow on its own and not have to, you're relying on medications or other treatments to do that. For certain populations, for instance, like alopecia areata, that treatment wouldn't be as effective because even if you're implanting good hair, the immune system is still attacking it. So it wouldn't work for everyone, but for most people who have pattern hair loss, the issue is supply, right? If we had more hairs to transplant, then we'd be able to treat their hair loss. So there are some groups who are working on this. So Shiseido and others are attempting to clone hairs either from the same patient, so they take out your hair follicle, grow them up, and put them back in, or from a kind of a universal donor, if they can kind of get a universal cell line that can then be implanted into the scalp and cause the hair to grow. There has been some advancement. We're not there yet. I would hesitate to promise that we're anywhere close to that because people have done it in the past and been proven wrong. But certainly there are people trying, and with new advanced cell techniques, we can do things that we haven't been able to do before. So hopefully, I'm hopeful that we'll get there. Hopefully within our lifetimes that we can have a viable treatment for hair loss like that.
Yeah, because my understanding was that even if you can replicate or I guess coax a stem cell to grow into a hair, you still would need to develop that architecture and that scaffold to really allow it to sprout correctly. So what I was seeing is that there are like tissue engineering groups that are starting to work on that. And I did some tissue engineering research in medical school and residency as well. And just knowing kind of the latest in the tissue engineering world, I just felt like if those two really have to come together, then we're really not that close.
Yeah, it's shown some initial promise in mice. So putting human hair follicles in a mouse, you can get some growth. It just didn't work out so well when it was human into human. The hairs didn't grow in the right direction. And for some reason, I guess the cell signals haven't been completely recreated in a way that gets the hair to grow normally. But in theory, it should be possible. One of the remarkable things about the hair follicle is that it is a regenerative organ. It naturally regenerates itself every time it falls out. So presumably, if you can recreate the right signals from the dermal papilla, which is kind of like the signaling center, and the hair germ where the hair is made, then hopefully you can get the hair to grow.
Yeah, yeah, well, let's hope that that happens sooner rather than later.